Okay, so I'm about to make two updates to the Iron Horse. We are going to update the windscreen. I'm gonna put a tinted windscreen on there. Gonna take that apart. I'm gonna put a new windscreen on, give it a different look, as well as update my turn signals. I'm gonna put some new turn signals on there. These are smaller, sleeker, and brighter. So let's get started. Okay, so don't laugh at me. I've had this bike for years, and I just found out that I have a little compartment inside of the front where you can put your documents and stuff right here. Nice little handy dandy. Do you know how sometimes when you're fiddling around with stuff and you find other stuff? Okay, so I'm about to replace, like I said, the windscreen as well as the turn signals. Upon me starting that job, further development, I always wondered why my front would shake a little bit, okay? Come to find out, it is cracked. Because one day when I was in the garage a while back, the bike fell up against the wall. So when it fell up against the wall, it just scratched the mirror, but because of the weight of the bike, I didn't realize it cracked the harness piece on the inside. So now this turns into a different job. Now I can leave it like it is because it's holding up, but I know over time it's eventually the weight of the mirrors and just the bumps on the road is going to make it, you know, worse and fall off or whatever. So I'm going to go ahead and take this whole thing apart. Okay, so I just removed the 4 screws from here, one down here. Same thing on the other side. There are the 4 screws here. Afterwards, you're just going to lift up and out. Okay, so it's attached by these 2 rubber grommets here and here for the 2 rubber grommets, and then we have the 2 screws as well. Now I'm going to replace the screen. However, even though we're going to replace the screen, we have to work on the piece that's cracked. Gotta have a beer break. So now that I've removed the windscreen, I noticed the piece here. This piece is broken. This is what holds the windscreen. So this piece should be here, like this. Which ultimately means we have to take apart this entire front end. We have to take all of this apart. Gotta remove here, all of this so that we can get to both pieces here and the front harness as well. We're gonna replace all of that. A lot of work ahead of us, so let's get started. Pull these out. I'm gonna put them on the new one. So now the tinted windscreen is on. Same screws. Now, huge difference from that to this. The crazy thing is the reason I didn't know all of that was cracked is because it's held together by so many fasteners and all of that. As I started taking all the fairings off, and taking the 2 clips off here, that's when I noticed how loose it was. And, you know, because it has all the wires, all your light wires and everything running back here, as well as a couple of clips holding this piece together. So because those clips were holding it together, I didn't realize how bad it was cracked. This has turned into a bigger project, more so than just updating the windscreen and the turn signals. So now what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna take that whole light housing apart, take that off the front end. Upon further discovery, I tore up some more stuff other than just that one piece. Cracked this piece here. So now I'm taking all of this apart. I just took off the light housing and I'm ripping this apart here so that I can get to this piece here. Okay, so I'm going to give you the close-up situation. So as you can see, it's cracked here. This is cracked all the way, starting here. All right, all of that is cracked. This is cracked. It's cracked here, as well as these pieces here that broke off. Okay, so I'm about to use a bonding agent to try and bond all of this together. And stuff's supposed to be pretty good. 3,300 pounds per square inch. So I'm going to try bonding all of this together and let it sit overnight. And then we will start reattaching it tomorrow. Wish me luck because I have no idea how this is going to turn out. And I hope I can find all the screws and stuff. I'm going to bond all of that, let it sit overnight, and then I'll start piecing it together tomorrow. I have snatched this thing apart, so wish me luck on putting it back together. After I finish this, I will move to the turn signal. As I told you before, when the bike fell, it broke the, not only did it crack all this stuff, now that we have discovered, it also broke the rear left turn signal, which is why I ordered some new turn signals. So after I finish all of this, let it bond and sit overnight. We'll work on the turn signals tomorrow. Okay, so here's the situation. This is some sort of air duct that I cannot find anywhere. Can't find it online. I've checked eBay and Amazon, a couple other places. I know it's out there somewhere, but the research that I've done has turned up nil. So in the meantime, I am going to commence to bonding all of this together. I will still continue to search for a new part. So let me get to bonding all of this stuff so it can sit overnight, and then we will puzzle piece this together tomorrow. Okay, so here's the piece that I'm about to bond together after I took this apart. This right here is what's cracked up. As you can see, it's cracked pretty bad. So I'm gonna bond that together. I bonded the other one over here. And it's actually pretty good. It's not a good bond job, but it's pretty tough. So let that sit and cure even longer. All right, so let me get to work bonding this next piece. I have no idea what this is gonna do, but we'll find out. Okay, so as I mentioned, I'm going to replace the rear turn signals because when the front part cracked, it also broke the left turn signal. As you can see, I have duct tape on it right now. So I'm just gonna go ahead and put a new set on. All right, so gotta put this thing back together. Right now, I'm letting all the pieces that I bonded together, I'm gonna let it sit and let it cure for about 24 to 48 hours. And then I'll start piecing everything back together. And it's gonna take a while doing this job because in the midst of tearing the bike apart, I have to take some time out to have an AB, have me an AB every now and then. Yeah, I don't recommend that you have ABs while you're working on a jigsaw puzzle, but then again, it might help you out, who knows? Ripping it apart. All right, that's enough break for now. All right, let me get back to work. Okay, it is raining right now, so we will move this work in progress to the side here. Right now I'm gonna pull the lights here so I can put the new ones on. Rewiring this inside here, and then we will move to the front, repair that part. Since we pulled the car in the garage, it is now raining. So we will work here on the side. Okay, so now I just took the old lights off. As you can see, had a bunch of tape, old tape on it. It's all on my fingers and stuff, so look at that. Yeah, well, anyway, so we have the old ones off now. I'm gonna install the new ones, run the wiring in there, and that's it. So let's get started. Let me go and wash my hands. All right, so we are out of here. Headed to the office. The next stop is gonna be York, Pennsylvania on this trip. Anyway, as you can see, the horse over there, stripped it all down. Right now, we gotta get on the road so that we can get to the office in Pennsylvania. You know what I mean? So, just wanted to let you know that anyway. It's a bright ass light. Whole front end is off. I'll let you know about that when I get back from Pennsylvania. Anyway, let's get ready to get out of here. It is ReekG, and I will see you on the road and somewhere in Pennsylvania in a minute. Peace. I just want to say that this is a long ride. You know where I'm coming from. You know it's not a long ride, but it's a long ride whenever you're not ready for a long ride. Anyway, we are now in Pennsylvania. There we go. Okay. I would have stopped and got a better shot of the sign. But to be honest with you, I'm tired. I'm gonna take a nap before I head to the office. This week, we're not at the Marriott. The company has budgeted us for the Motel 6. All right, folks. We are here. That's right, folks. We are in the Motel 6 in York, Pennsylvania. Whatever you do, do not flush wet wipes. Or toe wipes. Come on, folks. We're in 420. Right here. Okay, real quick, I'm going to give you a tour of the room. As you can see, we have towels here, your selection of towels. Help yourself. The soap we'll be using. Okay. And oh, we have cups. Gotta have cups. And you need to definitely have an ice bucket. Flat screen. This is your dresser area. Unfortunately, some of the drawers are not included. I didn't get all 3 drawers with my room. That's a different room. The kitchen, here's the kitchen. Got a kitchen over here. All right. And your fridge. Put your ABs in here. Good enough, hopefully. Now, let's check out my view. All right, folks. Here we go. Okay, so that's the lovely view we have from the room. Now, if you know me, you know one of the most important things, whether you're staying at the Marriott, the Country Inn, the Grand Marquis, the Hilton, the W, Waldorf Astoria, wherever you stay, the most important thing. Or at the crib, even at the crib. Shower pressure. If you know me, you know I have to check my shower pressure. And here's the bathroom. We have more Motel 6 soaps. And let's check this. All right. I'm gonna have to work with that, okay? Now, it's just about how hot it gets. Now, if it gets pretty hot, then I'm okay. But as far as the pressure, nah, not bad. So it's all good. I'm gonna have to work with it anyway. Anyway, that is it, folks. So now I am about to get me a bite to eat, chill out for a second or two, watch some tube. Get some updates on some matches, and then I will head to the office, all right? So anyway, it's ReekG. I'll talk to you in a minute. Peace. Okay, so in a minute I will start piecing the bike back together. We have all the bonded pieces and they're ready. But I just want to show you what I'm using to replace the turn signals. So these are the old turn signals here. As you can see, they had short wiring on it. So here are the new ones, a little sleeker, and we have more wiring to work with. I'm going to switch over to these bullet connectors right here that I'm going to use instead to run the wiring. This is the wiring from the bike itself. So I'm going to connect them with the bullet connectors. Okay, so let's put the horse back together now. The bonding of the pieces is now ready. They've cured for probably 48 hours, give or take. This is the main piece this is the main piece I was bonding in the first place. Now, the reality is, I don't know how good this is gonna take. I don't know if it's gonna last, but we're gonna test it out. The true test will be after I put it together and put some road time on it, because we'll have to see how much it can take vibration-wise. In the meantime, we're just going to try this out with the bonding, with the epoxy that I use. We're going to see if the epoxy holds. I'll let you know, because by the time I do post this video, the bike will be all together and I would have put some road time in, give it some vibration and stuff like that, see if it holds up, and we'll take it from there. Anyway, I'm going to start putting this back together. I don't know exactly what's in this. Okay, in this bottle. But whatever it is, it might actually affect my reassemble ability, so I don't know. But we're going to start on this. I'm gonna do like a time lapse or something like this. This job probably would take someone who know what they're doing, maybe an hour or so, but for me it might take longer, so hang in there. Cheers to a successful reassemble. Okay, real quick, before I start putting this thing back together, I just want to let you know that this is the duck assembly piece that I epoxied back together. So I don't know how well the epoxy is going to hold. So I'm going to give it a test. I'm going to try it out, and it'll be based on the amount of vibration it can take. Like, I've used the epoxy on an axe. You know, an axe is, you know, pretty heavy and strong as far as chopping wood and stuff. So I feel like this should be strong enough. However, road vibration is totally different. So we're gonna see how well this works. And here are the pieces here. This is where it was cracked here. It's cracked here and here. So we're gonna try and we'll see how well it hold up, and right there on the edge as well. It was cracked in roughly 7 different spots. And plus this piece here, this was the main reason for this whole project. This piece here was broke off and I just epoxied it back together. So this will be the first telltale sign once I put this on the road, because I can see it break first if it breaks, because I can actually see it. The other piece is underneath all the fairings, so it'd be hard for me to tell. But I'll also be able to tell because if it cracks, it'll start shaking. I'll see a little shake in the as I'm riding. Now let's put this thing back together. Okay, so now for the moment of truth, let's see if the lights are working. They ain't working. Gotta work it. Okay, folks, so I have put the lights, have the lights working, have my new lights working. Now let me finish over here. Is for the duck assembly, piece that we actually needed. And now, of course, we will reuse the screws, and we will reuse this front piece here. I forgot the name of it, but it's also part of it. But I'm just gonna take this piece off and put it on the new one. So, all right, so let's get started so I can put it back together. It is officially all back together. Now I am going to put it on the road. All right, it's ReekG. That's it for the duck assembly. That's it for the duck assembly install. Take care of yourself. Till next time. Peace.